Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, it's Wednesday afternoon here inside the studio. Got a great one planned for you guys today. A couple weeks back, we did a film study on the GOATs, right? We went back all the way back to 2019, which is the extent of my all-22 access, for those of you wondering. So, don't be out here asking me to break down 2004 GOATs, because I don't really have the all-22 for it. We're probably going to be watching YouTube highlights like you can yourself at home. But the all-22 education on the GOATs, starting from 2019 on, we got a long list of prospects to go through, or players rather, to go through. I can't remember how many we did in the first episode, probably 9 or 10.
Oh, it was more like 15.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow, we grinded it out. It was about an hour and a half. If you haven't watched that video, it is on our YouTube channel right now. You can go watch part 1. This is part 2, and we got some great ones to watch today. Don't really have much of an opening for you because we got a lot of ball to watch. And that's what the fun part of this is. I don't expect me to have any revolutionary takes or educational moments for you today. This is fun. This is me and the homies and you guys sitting here watching great ball players and having a good time doing it. Let's do it. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you learned anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. If you have learned anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Kirby, we're about to 98,000 subscribers here on the YouTube. Hopefully we can get to 100K before the season starts. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so the first person we're going to watch today is Travis Achane, the Clemson Tiger GOAT. And I'm going to tell you what, Kirby, we only got about 7 plays to watch here from this matchup in 2019 against Louisville. And I remember him as this elusive, electric back, right? I remember him as this one-cut, 75 at any moment, breathtaking type of back. Almost like the preamble of Isaac Brown, the running back from Louisville that we watched the other day. You remember that tape where it's just like, pow, all right? I forgot and didn't realize how many damn arm tackles and how physical of a runner Achane was. Now, the difference between watching this tape and watching Bijan Robinson tape that we did a couple weeks back was Bijan would have games where he'd have 38 carries. I think Achane's career high was maybe 20, 25 totes. We really didn't get a workload quite like some of these other guys that we watch do. But man, when we touched it, we were electric. Like this right here. This is the very first touch of the football game from 2019 for Achane. Obviously, this was, remember that rule when you used to fair catch the ball, you get the ball at the 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was how predated this was. That's ball on the 20 to start the original drive instead of the 25 like they get it nowadays. And you can see it right off rip. This is an electric football player. We're going to run through an arm tackle right there at the line of scrimmage like I talked about, and then pull away a little bit. Backside linebacker actually does a great job running us down. But the elusiveness, Kirby, was obviously there. The electricity was obviously there when I turned on the tape. But this is, again, what surprised me, right? It's dirty. The line of scrimmage is not necessarily clean. Hey, 29's got an arm tackle on us. I envisioned this to be a tackle when I first thought of Achane in my mind, right? When an average person that didn't diehard Clemson fan watched this guy, probably thought, nope, we're going to bounce right off of that, run right through those arm tackles, and then continue to tote that thing downhill. Also, much thicker than I remember as a football player in the lowers. We're much, much thicker than I imagined. Also, this guy was pretty good, huh?
Very good.
This Trevor Lawrence cat was pretty good. It was fun to watch him in this game as well, but we're unfortunately not breaking down Trevor today. That's definitely a false start over there right tackle. I'm with you, D-line from Louisville. We got a little counter coming back to us right here. Spin off. Now, I remember that. I don't remember that. Okay, again, all the arm tackle and the physicality at the end of runs, I just didn't. It's what's great about going back and watching some of these guys. You think you have this mindset of who they were or what they were, and then you actually turn the tape back on for the first time in 7 years, and you're like, oh my God, I had a different viewpoint of him post-haste, right? Like, that's what it's supposed to be. That's why we grind tape around here, because your mind tells you one thing, the film might tell you another, right? That guy was good too. Is that Rodgers, the slot receiver that got drafted by the New York Jets? That guy is damn good. Like that arm tackle from the safety right here, Kirby. We run through him like he's water.
Yeah, his contact balance was excellent. I think that's one of the more underrated parts of his game. Because you're right, when you do have a running back that's breaking off 20, 30, 40 explosive runs, you would think, oh, elusive one cut, but no. He's very physical.
I mean, that guy didn't even want to try. Somebody's calling me, it sounds like. Great pad level at all times on contact, too. Doing a lot of the work out of the pistol right here, I'm noticing as well. What kind of action is this? This is a very, very neat way of running counter. Are you watching this, Kirby?
Yeah.
They're pulling the backside guard and then wrapping the same side H-back. That is a counter tendency breaker. Now, do me a favor. Go see who the coordinator was in 2019. Is this the last year of Chad Morris at Clemson? Or is this Chad Morris era Clemson? Because I think we got to go back that far to find Chad Morris calling plays at Clemson.
So they have two offensive coordinators. The co-offensive coordinator was Tony Ellett and running backs coach Jeff Scott.
Okay, so this must have been a couple years after Morris left.
Excuse me. Tony Ellett coached running backs. Jeff Scott coached wide receivers.
Okay. Now, Jeff Scott went on to be a head coach, and Tony Elliott went on to win the Assistant of the Year award at Michigan as the OC, right? Is that correct? So we got a lot of offensive firepower right here in the brainstem. But you see what I mean with the contact balance? Like, that, most guys tackled right there. That's done work, not for him. The other thing I noticed about really elite backs, Kirby, is when they recognize or when contact is arising, their pad level lowers, right?
Yeah.
They're always lower than the lowest when it comes to contact like that right there. I mean, he's the lowest hat in the bunch of all those guys. We noticed that with Bijan as well. Bijan was almost hitting guys in their thigh board when they were trying to tackle him. A little get some work in the catching department right there. That wasn't so friendly from Trevor, by the way. That's a missile. Now, the reason being, he's back here getting lit up. That's a great job by the quarterback actually getting the ball off, but that's not exactly a friendly catch. We catch it away from our body, and now we get to go do what we do after the catch. Again, physical. There's 5 Cardinals around us trying to tackle us and get us down to the damn ground.
Ball security is really good, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 16 was just so physically impressive in college. Biggest, fastest, strongest dude on the field oftentimes. Look like a tight end back there. All the broken tackle. Hello. Who's the pulling tackle right here? Who wrapped up right there? Bam. Sorry about that, linebacker. This was kind of that first, like 2019 on, I would say, is when counter started coming back into college football. Everybody's a big power football team prior to that, right? For those of you who don't know, power is one puller, okay, inserting onto the front side mic. All right, we probably double back here to here. We're going to out here. We're going to ISO here. We're going to leave him to be red, all right, and then we're B-gap to beyond. All right, now counter is 2 pullers. It's a pull and a kick and a pull and a wrap right here. We've seen it multiple ways here. We saw GH a little bit earlier, inverted with the tight end on the shallow side, and now we're seeing GT, right, guard tackle counter right here. So maybe you did learn a little something today if you didn't know about counter football. Yeah, buddy. Not caught very often, was he?
No, he had surprisingly good top-end speed.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those running backs that doesn't look fast.
Smoother than fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Ichiro Suzuki theory, Kirby. Ichiro Suzuki never looked like he was sprinting until you realize he's running 21 miles an hour, and you're like, oh, my God, what is that? I mean, they're out here running stretch out of the pistol, Kirby. Hell yeah. See ya. Uh-oh. We pulled up lame right there.
Ooh.
And that's the last carry of the football game, I would imagine. That's the last clip we have. Let's watch it. Also, we didn't start this game with a knee brace, did we? Oh, no. We had a full leg sleeve, and then the leg sleeve must have got cut off or pulled up.
I think he's rolling it up.
Okay,
there.
he's rolling it up. Almost looks like a knee brace. Oof. That hurts to watch. Now, was that why there was no workload or not an elite level workload? Was he a guy that was often banged up?
I remember him playing a lot. I don't remember him sitting out a ton. I do think he probably did have some nagging injuries when you're dealing with. But
I don't follow pro ball. What's the pro career looking like right now?
He's been all right. I mean, he was on Jacksonville for a while, so it is what it's been like very similar to Trevor Lawrence's trajectory. You see the potential, you see the talent, but everything around it's just not good enough.
Gotcha. All right, we got another GOAT coming up next. Up next, we got my GOAT. This is the offensive lineman that I have enjoyed over the years watching the most. Maybe close second, Penei Sewell. It's Andrew Thomas. Now, Andrew Thomas was the lone bright spot in this entire football game against LSU in 2019, and he's going up against a future first rounder in Clavon Chason, and buddy, we boxed him for 4. So let's go watch this. The athleticism that this human being played with at 320 pounds to me was flabbergasting throughout his entire career. We floated on our feet. It never, ever, ever is going to look like we're straining to get out of our stance or straining to get into the kick set or speed is concerning. Like nothing ever bothers us, even wide nines like Chason rushing full off the edge. Like this is a dedicated speed rush from Chason right now, and we get to the spot before he even does. We flash hands a little bit, reset our hands right there, and flatten them. I mean, that's as good as it gets from an offensive line perspective. Now, we are a vertical pass setter, Kirby. You see how we kind of have our feet in a straight line right here as opposed to playing with that stern 45 like most offensive linemen do. That is only allowed when you are an elite athlete, okay? When you're an elite athlete and you have great anchor awareness too, people are going to try to run through your face if you're not careful, which if my memory serves me, his freshman year in pro ball, that was the concern, the anchor a little bit, but he's settled in obviously as one of the league's best now on Sundays. Look at those feet slide. Just casual as can be out there at left tackle, everybody else getting their brains beat in. A lot of this is pass setting clips, okay? He's not an All-American in the run game. He's serviceable in the run game. He is one of the world's best going backwards, though. There's no doubt. Just eating up that speed rush. You're not going to run by this guy. You never were. You're going to have to run through him or counter him, one or the other. Let's count the kicks. Let's see here. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. He gets 4 in before Chason even meets him, and he's already ran past the spot at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands. Oh, my God.
I know. I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't going to say it.
He only caught it because he's out of bounds, by the way.
Oh.
I'll say it.
Tough.
That is tough, isn't it? There's another GOAT hanging out down there. That guy was pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Derek Stingley, for those of you who don't remember. We don't watch corners around here, though, unfortunately.
He had a great game in this game, though.
Yeah. It's a great job passing the stun off between Andrew and Solomon right here at left guard and left tackle. I was trying to figure out at what point does he recognize something's up. He never really throws his hands or eyes inside, Kirby. He just keeps his hands inside and feels for pressure, and then here comes the pressure, lock the anchor down. You see him get both feet out and throw those, we call that a bull hop, right there, boom. Hopping both feet out of the ground, getting them back in simultaneously, and then uncoiling our hips. That's how we stop bull rushes from happening. Everybody see that? He's in a kick slide right here. Then we're going to throw both feet in the air, which is very, very nerve-wracking as an offensive lineman, and then stick them right back into the ground. Now we got great pad level, don't we? Now we got great pad level up underneath him, and all of our energy is rushing through his chest, and we're going to uncoil our hips and stonewall that speed rush attack.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a tough watch for you, isn't it?
This is not a fun watch.
I'm sorry. Let's just watch 71. Don't get bogged down in anything else. Just watch 71 because
he was
fun.
great.
Yeah, he's great.
Even though that's a touchdown.
Should be, yeah.
Ugh.
It's okay. I got some film study for some Ohio State Buckeye fans that's going to make them cry come closer to the season from that Miami football game. Kirby, I counted it last night. I think they left 35 points on the board against Miami. I'm talking about naked runners, 45 yards downfield, just butt ass. All right, we get some run clips right here. We weren't the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
We weren't resetting the line of scrimmage. We're kind of stalemating quite a bit out here in the run game, but we don't pay these guys $100 million over 3 years to only run block. We pay these guys $100 million because they protect the $200 million player playing quarterback on Sundays.
So is he supposed to reach on this play, or is he supposed to kick out?
So it's mid-zone, Kirby, is what it looks like to me. It's not wide zone. Wide zone would be get deep, get to the play side shoulder, seal him off. Right? This is more mid-zone. See how we're kind of on this 45 track? His job, technically, is to swallow up the man and then move him off the spot. Okay? A stalemate is a net neutral. It's a hyphen in the grade. Or a non-grade in the offensive line world, whereas getting reset would be a negative. Getting back the line of scrimmage, getting us into a +1 or +2 territory would be a positive for the assignment grade. But no, this is designed, as you can tell by DeAndre's eyes. This is a great coaching point for listeners watching at home. See where his eyes are right now? They're on the butt of the front side offensive lineman. And as he takes the ball, he will read the first combination, all right, on the backside of that read. And now we're going to get vertical off of that unless nothing presents itself, which nothing is, because Trey Hill is, not staying on his man. Also, I just think we don't have the right mic identifications. That's why I left this on here. Ben Cleveland works up to this backside inside linebacker, who's another NFL football player. Instead of working to 9 right here. See 79 and 89 back over here, Kirby, they're working to this backside inside linebacker. Mm-hmm. These two should be working to this front side inside linebacker, and we should actually have a read. Ben Cleveland comes off of this because he feels that backside linebacker pressing the beat. That's not your responsibility, buddy. That's why we talk in the football world about doing your job. Do your job right now, work to 8, and then we might actually have a play because we have everything else accounted for. This is the game DeAndre Swift had like a busted up shoulder, right?
Yeah, it was a shoulder or an ankle. He was not 100%.
Yeah.
But he was still doing stuff like that. So.
I mean, the amount of times Chason was on the ground in this football game was nuts to me.
I think every pass set has involved the defender on the ground.
Look at the length. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why we pay for that arm length. That's why it's important. Okay, we got hands-on at about the same time he tried to get hands-on, okay? And as we press out, he's got nothing on us, and we're still touching him. That's why he ends up on the floor. It's also why it's really, really hard to be a vertical pass setter with 32-inch arms like Will Campbell's trying to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got to get hands-on and extend them. Now they're trying to overload the side on him, okay? Right. Now they're just trying to throw a bunch of bodies at him. You ain't speed rushing him, Bubba. You're never going to run past this guy. What? I didn't even watch it. I'm not trying to.
I know. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get bogged down into some of that stuff. That's just painful, man.
Yeah.
Now, this one was the one where I was like, what on earth is this human? He gets into almost a full turn and sprint right here, Kirby, in one of these clips. He completely opens his gate, turns and runs, and I can't tell you, like right there, how many offensive linemen get thrown by.
Right.
This inside hand from Chason or whoever this is just grabs us. We're already, like, our momentum's flown. We've already flipped our hips. Look, this is our inside post foot has already opened up, and we're trying to run him past the spot, except he's going to redirect and work back inside, and then guess what we do? We just swing that leg back around, and we stick it plant, and now we got 2 feet in the ground in a good body position. That's not normal for offensive linemen. They're not normally that athletic to be able to handle those types of bad body positionings, if you will. Most offensive linemen we watch would be on their face.
Google says he surrendered 1 sack in 2019.
Thomas did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you who it was. I will say this, though. At times in his career at Georgia, he almost got lulled to sleep. He seemed bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
Just throw a random quick set at a guy. We've been vertical setting all day long. Oh, we're scanned left. That's why. Never mind. See, everybody's working hard left right here, Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Little play action. Or as they call it in the football world, play pass. What in the hell are we trying to do? What are we trying to do offensively here, Kirby?
I don't know, man.
Wheel the back? With a high corner from the tight end? Okay. All right. Don't get bogged down, Brooks. Watch those feet flash. Pop, pop, pop. Hands.
Definitely one of the most technically sound.
For sure. Cared about it. Took real care in being fundamentally sound while also being, I don't think he was a 5-star coming out of high school, but he was a top 75 player. This was the clip, okay? Look at him get out of this pass set, Kirby, realize, okay, I got to turn and run, and so he just does it. Oh, this guy's speed rushing the piss out of me right now. Open him up. Let's go. Boom. And then at the back end of the play, just keep running them past the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So athletic, man. He went 3 overall to the Giants. Is that correct?
Let me double check. He was a top 10 pick.
Same kind of
Fourth.
clip. Getting worried up or getting stressed out here by the speed rush, but we got a 4-eye, so we really have to have good inside hand pressure right here. See that right hand flashing towards that 4-eye, allow it to be delivered to Solomon, and definitely make sure we're not getting TE'd, right? Not getting a tackle in stunt right here, okay, which makes us susceptible to the speed rush from Chason. So we're going to open our hips again, and we're in a really, really bad spot right here.
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up getting your ran through right here. You're going to end up on your back. You're going to end up run through the bottom of the legs of the quarterback, not Andrew Thomas, okay? Still in a bad spot. I mean, we're absolutely jacked up in the neck right now. Watch him throw his feet right here, Kirby, and boom, right back into almost a bull hop situation and in a great position to actually stymie this rush a good bit and get the ball off from Fromm. Yeah, let's just not watch the outcomes of some of these plays. At some point, see, this right here is the difference between 2019 football and 2026 football. By this point, his defensive line coach would have had the iPad and would have just said, hey, stop trying to speed rush the guy. You're not going to run around him, right? We're in the middle of the third quarter. We got to put some good tape on. You ain't going to run around the guy. He's too damn athletic. Let's do something else. Let's work a counter. Let's work speed to bull. Let's work speed to spin. Let's do something here other than trying to run through his face or run around his outside shoulder because you're not going to get to it. He just kept trying and kept trying. This is a different cat. This is number 35. But they just kept throwing this speed rush at him. And again, man, it's just not. I mean, I don't know of very many NFL guys that are running around him. You know, they got to beat his hands or beat his feet. You're not going to beat his athleticism.
Yeah, he's someone you definitely have to go through.
Mm-hmm. This is what I was talking about, was sometimes getting a little bored. I mean, we throw one hand on this guy and just leave it there the entire snap until he spins. And then if you could watch it from the wide, we catch him with one hand on his spin work too. Watch this, Kirby.
Yeah, I mean,
We just smack his upper pad.
does not see him as a threat.
No. His recovery skills are God-given. They're not, like, that's not fundamentally sound right there. Okay, we've opened the gate way too far, even for a vertical pass setter. And to get back into that right there without falling over is really, really impressive. Again, that's God-given. That's the athleticism from the Lord that we are possessing. You can't coach that. Oh, hey, glad to see you here in the second half there, one. Where you been? I think we get the point.
Yeah, you're not you're not speed rushing.
No. Hell, according to the stat sheet, you just ain't gonna beat him. Again, that's why length matters when you're a vertical setter. Okay, if we get into our chest at all, we're cooked. Let's go to the next guy. Coming up next, we got another dog, and we're gonna watch him play LSU too. Just a different result. All right, same venue, same two football teams, couple of years dispersed. All right, we got I think it's 2022 SEC championship between Jaden Daniels' LSU Tigers, shout out Brian Kelly, and Georgia's elite 2022 defense. And obviously today we are watching one Jalen Carter. Now, there is a line of demarcation, okay, for whether or not the person talking about Jalen Carter actually knows what they're talking about. And here's what it is. If you hear anybody talk about Twitch, they're not talking about the right guy. Jalen Carter might go down as the best defensive tackle to ever play at Georgia, and he never won with Twitch, ever. He never flashed with like, oh my God, look at his get off. Holy hell, that's the best athlete on the field. No. What he flashed is, that is the strongest human perhaps to ever play football on the defensive line, right? There's Aaron Donald, twitchy, nasty, and strong, and then there's what on earth is in those hands from 88. The hands and the uncoiling the hips and the inability to move this cat were so obvious even from snap one when he was a freshman. And this is, I believe, his final year in college football right here. What's so funny to me is when you watch offensive linemen, Kirby, realize they're about to get contact from him and how far over their nose over their toes is. Like, look at this guard right here. He's already throwing his feet behind him because he's so worried about getting bull rushed. And then you'll see the tackle do the same thing. See him dip his head right there? Mm-hmm. We're really, really committing to moving this guy and knowing we got to brace for contact and brace for power really more so than speed. Whereas we saw Andrew Thomas trying to brace with speed by getting out, right? Really, really staying back on that chase-on clips. Not so much with Jalen Carter. You're going to see a ton of nose over toes from offensive linemen on this cat, even in college or in pro football. These guys get way overcommitted to feel like they got to bring their backside, if you will, into blocking this cat. Like, look at that center right there, Kirby. I know it's the wide cut right here, but watch 59 and how overcommitted he is right now. You know what I mean? That is what we're talking about, because we're a quarter into this thing, I think, already. We're like, we're 10 minutes into the football game. Already played a couple possessions. These guys have felt this weight. They felt this power, and now they're overcommitting themselves, and they get okey-doked right there. Boom. Now we're in the backfield. Yeah, I couldn't believe we were read optioning our 3,800-yard passing quarterback when he's got a damn boot on his ankle.
Yeah, he was not 100% in this
No,
game.
he wasn't, but they were still designed quarterback keeping him. They were read optioning him. They were doing things that you're not supposed to do when you have a deer out there with three legs. Look at 50, Kirby. We're in trouble. Ran right through. Again, like not the flashiest twitchiest football player. I mean, look at the get-off difference between him and like a Chaz Chambliss. I know obviously Chaz is an edge rusher out here, but it's just a little bit different of a get-off. But the power, the conversion to power is totally unique for 88. Is that a freshman Emory Jones right there at right tackle? I think it is.
I believe it is, yeah.
And a freshman Will Campbell over there at left tackle.
Correct.
Just going to run through two humans like they're water. That's strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the funny thing is, like you said, he's never that fast off the ball, but he also never loses speed when he makes contact.
No. And that to me is the epitome of rush strength, right? Like there's 680 pounds of mass and man right there, and we're just rolling right through it, just steamrolling right through it. Watch it from the tight.
Yeah, he's like the train in GTA 5.
Yeah, we never ever break stride. It looks like we're taking reps on bags. And do you think that shows up in like the weight room? Do you think he's like the biggest squatter, power cleaner, everything? I didn't hear freaky things about weight room Jalen Carter. I just turned the tape on and was like, oh my God.
Yeah, some strength's just different, man.
Yeah. I mean, 69's doing everything but tackling him. Yeah. And I don't even know how you find that in the next one. You know what I mean? Like, how do you see that on high school? Because everybody's running through high school offensive linemen.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we cover in Georgia know this because there was clips of him the very first day of pads in camp got leaked out of him in board drill against Trey Hill.
Yeah.
Remember that? Mm-hmm. And he just walks him right up out of a board drill at 18 years old, a 3-year starter in the SEC. Maybe it's the stance. I mean, we're super coiled. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're very, very compact right here. And then we're still very low on pad level. That guy's got no chance to move us off the spot. Did you see it?
He's tipping something. I don't know what he's tipping, but
where the play's going. He's got some tell. He's smarter than you remember, too. That's what I paid attention. He's not just gifted, right? This is film study or weight dispersion of this center. Something's going on right now, tipping him. Okay, backs away, all right? Center's looking at me, giving me eyes pre-snap, all right? Ball's probably going left here, or to my right. Boom, points it out, shuts it down. And the pad level. He's up in your shit all the time. Here he is over here. This is
it.
Yeah, it's on the board over here. He worked his hands pretty good, too. Good overhand
definitely an
swipe
underrated
there.
aspect of his game.
Yeah. I mean, Kirby, if you gave him Aaron Donald's twitch, it just wouldn't be fair. We probably wouldn't be able to play him.
Oh, God, he'd be the greatest of all time.
And maybe if he had Aaron Donald's get off, he would be the greatest football player of all time.
Yeah.
And the balance to stay on your feet right there is kind of goofy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because our feet are all jacked up. Oh, sorry. I got to let everybody see that. That's a historic moment right there in SEC football. Take them to the crib, 88. What do we do here? Oh, we were pretty selfless in our rush every once in a while too, And here's where the selflessness comes, all right, Kirby? The left arm right there, did you see him underhook the right armpit of number 70 right there?
Yeah.
That assures, without a shadow of a doubt, the 70's got no chance to course correct and get back inside for the end stunt, all right? You see 13, Michael wrapping right around super tight. The only reason he's allowed to do that is because 60 or 88 has bear hugged this left guard, okay? We were relatively selfless as a pass rusher as well.
He's just walking, dude.
Walking through 3 people. Center gets hands on. Right guard's got no chance. Running back shows up. He's got no chance. Or excuse me, guard, tackle, running back. Run through them all. Garrett Nussmeier letting it rip. Yeah. We're not going to talk about, we don't have clips of Malik Neighbors. We probably should. This is one of the greatest sight adjustments I've ever seen from a wide receiver. He's got no eyes on the ball right now. He's getting held. He's getting all kinds of stuff. And he just snaps his head around, somehow locates that football. The only thing that could make that play better is if he miraculously stayed on his feet and scored. Look how late we tracked that thing, Curb. Eyes now got on it.
He has like half a second to react to it.
Insane. The guy's really good. Now he's back out here at 4-eye. Now I know this is a freshman Emory, but I left this on here because, again, look at how committed to the power we are right now. We are absolutely, I mean, we're chin over toes. We're not even nose over toes. We're so far chest out over feet. And the only time an offensive lineman is chest out over feet is when they feel like they're not strong enough. All right? They have to play this way in order to counteract the power. And 9 times out of 10, when we play that way, we get swam, we get snatched, we get whatever that ultimately leads to us losing. But I don't know about you. You never played offensive line. I know that. But me as offensive lineman, something about I would rather get snatched down than my face ran through and rolled over on my back. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
The getting rolled over and your whole entire eternity and you know, family tree getting ran through, that's not fun to watch on tape. But if we do this, coach is like, hey, just a little bit overcommitted. Hey, get your head out, get your head out, get your head out. That's what they'll tell you all day long, as opposed to the whole room watching you get annihilated on film. We got a 4th and 1 right here. Key and run for sure if you're Jalen Carter here in the red zone. And oh my God. Again, I know freshman Emory, probably not his best day, but dear God. Shut it down, 88. That guy was fun to watch, huh?
So much fun.
That guy was fun to watch. All right, up next, we got, is this the most prolific SEC tight end single season in recent memory? Kyle Pitts? Did he put up the most yardage, or was that Bowers? Obviously, Bowers' 3-year career better, but was there a more prolific single season than what Kyle Pitts did in 2020?
It's hard to say because, I mean, it was a shortened season.
Shortened season.
He didn't get
he went for a rack, right?
I believe so.
Go for a rack as a tight end. You're him.
Let me double check.
So here's the thing about Kyle. Kyle checks a lot of boxes for me in my scouting theories, all right? This is a super bow-legged athlete, and to be 6'6", his contact balance, his ability to be in awkward positions and still land in formidable positioning when he gets to the ground, that all comes, in my opinion, from being a great athlete, but also being bow-legged. What's up?
770 with 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, in 10 games, 11 games.
11 or 12.
Yeah,
He would
that's
have
not
very
bad.
easily crossed 1,000.
Now, this is game 1, all right? And they already kind of knew how to use him and what to do with him in game 1. But this redirect here, I want you to watch this from the tight, Kirby, and watch how much faster and quicker he accelerates than the defensive back that's standing over him, right? We got a safety back there getting caught up in a scramble drill with the immobile Kyle Trask back there, okay? Now, he's got upfield shoulder leverage on him. You see that, Curb?
Yep.
We're about to annihilate that in a matter of moments. And we're going to peel away from a defensive back who we've probably got 60 pounds on, Because Kyle's 6'6.5", 255 pounds. Like, we're a big man, and we move really, really well. All right? Also, our ability to cut and get low to the ground. See our knees always outside of our foot, Kirby? Boom.
Yeah, the fact that he was going to be able to turn upfield on this is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, having Kadarius Toney pop up on the tape was interesting as well. Now, I blame Dan Mullen for the first 4 years of Kyle Pitts in the NFL because they do way too much of this. You know what I mean? He's great in college doing this. That's awesome. We can back shoulder fade these guys all day long in college. But he ain't had no business being outside the numbers in pro ball. And Falcons fans, I know y'all feel this. The first couple of years, they did way too much of this, and we're just burning reps. We're burning opportunities. When the mismatch really comes, when we're hanging out inside this box, when this dude who's got no business covering me is stuck with me, or this guy has no business actually being around me, has to cover me, right? These corners out here aren't pressed by your speed. They're not stressed, I should say, by your speed. So we're really not going to stack them, right? We don't stack them in college, and we damn sure are not going to stack them in pro ball.
He has 4 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of them's a 75-yarder.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cozy and comfortable for me. See, same thing out here. I as a defensive coordinator, I'm cool. Y'all do that. I do not want him anywhere near the box because he's going to run away from whoever I got covering him. I mean, he still wins right here, but we're trying to work a diamond release, Kirby. We're trying to run a slant right here, okay? A diamond release meaning we're going to work out and then back in. We're going to sell the vertical and then work back inside on this slant. Something a 6'6" human being should never be trying to do, okay? But he gets away with it here and still finds a way to get after it after the catch. Boy, I'd have puked watching this throw in motion back in the day. This was the last linear thrower that actually had tremendous success in college football for my money. Because Lord knows he lit it up that year at Florida, but it just doesn't, it don't look pretty. You know, we're throwing it from the ear and not from the ear out here. We're like all day long, every day. Here we are, inline tight end at the top of your screen. We're going to work a crosser here. Yep. Oh, little scramble drill. His redirect is just elite to be this big. Can you give me his combine measurements, Kirby? I want to say north of 6'6", north of 245 pounds.
For what it's worth, ESPN lists him at 6'6", 250, but combine measurements, 6'5", 245 pounds.
6'5.5"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ran a 4.44 40.
Jesus.
With a 33.5-inch vertical.
Yeah, we're the move tight end built in a lab. You know what I mean? But again, like, why? I just think the first 3 years, they must have just watched way too much Florida Gator tape thinking that we could do this on Sunday. And look, we did it in Saturdays, so maybe we thought we could translate it, but it just, I don't think it did the first couple of years. We had our best year in the league last year, right?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. Body control is elite.
Yeah, I mean,
Bubba, that is so not how we teach kids to throw the football nowadays. Where are we at? Oh, Hayden. Is this an actual blocking clip? No, it's not. This is a
just,
touchdown.
I'm going to run by a safety.
Yeah, linebacker. See, that's why I wanted him in here all day, every day. Because we're going to do this on Sundays too. You got no chance, buddy. No safety help. You got no chance at all. Ball's underthrown like piss, and we still run away from everybody. I do not miss 2020 football. I don't know about you,
Nah,
Kirby.
man.
I do not miss it.
Not a fun era.
No. And what's crazy is this linebacker's got eyes on him the whole time. He's sitting there staring at him. It's not like we lost him in the sauce. We just got flat ran by.
Mm-hmm.
Stiff
Ran
right
by
in the
then
neck.
pulled away from.
Yep, ran by and pulled away from. Same thing here, attached on the, or as an H right here, not as an X or a slot or anything like that. And now guess what? They're trying to high-low us with a linebacker and a safety, and they still got no chance as long as the ball's in a good spot. We just high point that thing. Was there a hezzy in there? Yeah, we raised pad level a little bit, didn't we? And then get to going.
And I think that's what made him so great was that his change of direction was such a threat that you could never really feel comfortable turning and running with him.
And you always, while simultaneously feeling like you better start turning and running because he's going to run by you if you're not careful. And that's the death sentence, getting ran by. But, yeah, man, that kid's just raw athleticism was absolutely insane. I also felt like he was a little bit more of an efforter as an inline blocker than a lot of people gave him credit for. Very similar to Brock in this sense.
Yeah.
It's like people just assumed that they couldn't do it. I felt like when I watched him, even in this making this cut up, I know it's all receptions, but I felt like there was a willingness to actually try.
Yeah, I just don't think the offense that he was in required him to do so as much. But because, obviously his best skills are when he's catching the football. We're going to have him catching passes as much as possible.
All right, let's go watch another super freak in Micah Parsons. All right, as I mentioned, we got Micah Parsons, all right? Way too many people get compared to this guy, I feel like, nowadays. If you're like a hybrid football player that might be an off-ball linebacker but is really going to rush the passer when you get to the Pro Bowl, everybody's like, oh, he's the next Micah Parsons. I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's what I will say. When I watched him as an off-ball linebacker, I don't know why they left him there that long. I don't know why they didn't see that this is he would have been a 15-sack guy in college football if we just let him do that. But instead, we got him standing off the ball, and we make plays and we impact the game, and hell, we win this football game as an off-ball linebacker, but the real life shows up as a pass rusher, as you can obviously tell now based off his college or pro career. But we still did have some really good natural, I care about my teammates' instincts as a linebacker, right? When you're a second and third level defender, you have to understand leverage, right? You have to understand leverage. He's going to feel that orbit motion already, Kirby. He's going to start to slide out right about now, all right? And here comes the ball carrier. But most importantly, getting to the ball carrier right now is not the most important thing. The most important thing right now is doing what, Kirby?
Turning it back in.
That guy knows ball. It's turning it back in. It's called vicing the football, right? We got to squeeze that thing and turn it back into our teammate. We are the outside V of this vice. We got to vice that ball, turn that thing back inside to our teammates. And you know what? If we get a piece of it, that's great. But most importantly, we better squeeze this thing. We better turn it back to our teammates and be a good, selfless defender. And that's good stuff right there from Micah as a college football player. Here he is right here. Sometimes I got to highlight these guys. We triggering? Oh, yeah. Boom. Blow it up. Still to this day has really, really good natural football instincts, kind of knows where the ball's going without even seeing where it's going. And I think that is an inherent skill, Kirby. I don't think we can teach guys that. In fact, when we evaluate second and third level defenders, we have a sniffer grade. How good is their nose for the ball? How well do they smell it out? And again, that is a very natural thing. I don't think that, we can watch a lot of tape, we can pick up a lot of tendencies, but 9 times out of 10, we just go because we feel like we need to go that way, right? That is an inherent, unique skill set that great defenders have. See, I don't even know what gets his eyes on the reverse, Kirby. What in front of him right now, when he breaks through, makes him get his eyes on that jet motion? I have no idea.
Only thing I can think of is that he's watching the ball carrier run away
Raise up
and sees this orbit coming back to him.
Yeah.
But still, the wherewithal to continue getting deep in that.
And not shallow out and try to banana the back.
Because, I mean, if he tracks the back here, that play's fine.
Oh, if he tracks the back, this play's gone for 60. Boom. I love the emotion he plays with, even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Here he is right here.
Yeah. That's what you see on Sundays, just the pure speed.
Twitch, speed, raw ability. Like, I mean, I bet we're 245 right here. You know, I bet we're 248 when we go to the combine, Kirby. 6'3", 248 pounds is what I bet we were.
Official combine measurements were 6'3" and 1/8", 246 pounds. Ran a 4.39.
We're thick. We're way thicker than modern backers would be today. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know of a single backer that's playing at almost 250 pounds right now and doing it at an elite level in college football that's not already 6'5".
Yeah, I don't know.
You know? Like, old buddy from Oklahoma was huge. I forget his name. Wore 28 for those guys.
Oh, I know who you're talking
That guy
about.
was huge.
Had the hair, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like 6'5". You know, he's so long. This guy's 6'3", 248 pounds, playing linebacker in college. That's not normally what we're doing. Normally, we immediately put that guy on the line of scrimmage. Straight keying, triggering, and rolling. We outpaced 36 in about 2 steps, don't we? We're on his heels.
Oh, man, yeah.
This Memphis squad was halfway decent, huh?
Yeah, I remember they had some CFP buzz for a while. Obviously didn't work out, but
All right, so here's where you probably shouldn't be doing that, huh? You're my linebacker here.
yeah, we don't need to jump inside.
Okay.
But we do have outside help, though.
We do have outside help, but the best thing we can do right here is run through the face of this offensive lineman. And I feel like Sonny Styles talked about this quite a bit in his pre-draft process, and he was great at this, right? Okay, here's a blocker for me. If I'm going to make this tackle, I'm going to make it with the ass of the offensive lineman. I'm going to run through his face and make him tackle the ball carrier as opposed to what we call picking a side. Can't ever pick a side as a linebacker. Okay, we got to butt, press, and shed. All right? Butt with our helmet, press with our hands, and shed the blocker. That's what we got to get going on here. Even the greats have moments of negative plays in college. But again, he's playing so out of position right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that, Bubba. Just do that. That's what we do. And by the way, got the ball out. That's the other thing that he's great at. I think he's even good at that in the NFL, right?
Very good at that.
Really, really good at getting the ball out. It's one thing to sack a guy. It's another thing to completely change the football game like this right here. Boom.
He triggers that so perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, the snap and him going full speed are almost simultaneous.
And the wherewithal to sell B-gap rush before we blitz A-gap right here as well. That messes up the slide. We think we got help here. We do not. Also, like, guys, maybe count him instead of counting him. If we're going to make the quarterback hot off anybody, let's make him hot off the guy 9 yards from us, not the guy over the ball. Look at these guys. They're kick sliding out here. They're cooked. That guy's dropping. He's gone.
Yeah. I guess we're just doing field side mic IDs.
Yeah, probably. But this is game 13 of Penn State at this point.
Yeah,
He's already got 17 sacks.
That's Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
he needs to be Mike.
We need to account for that guy. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, this wins them the bowl game right here. That play.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets hairy late here. I know it's the second quarter, but I think we have another turnover that he creates later in this football game too. Here he is in the red zone. Yeah, I put this on here just to see the raw speed.
Yeah, it just covers distance so well.
I mean, our initial read on this is horrible, Kirby.
Yeah, I don't know
Horrible.
what we're seeing there.
Split back action from the H.
That's, yeah.
The H going across makes us linger a little bit, but Everything else is telling us short side boundary flow. Everything is.
Good Lord.
Sheesh.
Ball came out again.
Yeah, it did. Must have heavy hands on the cat, you know?
I wonder what his hand size is. 11 inches. So, yeah.
Yeah, hey, not an off-ball linebacker, but we picked this one off. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was on. He went stupid in this game. I remember watching this.
Oh, no, this is incomplete. How about the route recognition there from the kid?
For sure.
I freaking hate that release from that wide receiver. That is such garbage. I hate that stuff. Go get into his space, man. Go make him nervous. You ain't making him nervous standing straight up at the line of scrimmage. Go get into his chest, then give him a all right? Yeah, we got more clips here. I think this is one of the longer cut-ups I made because you're right. He went nuclear in this football game. Oh, there he goes again. Punches it out. Punches it out and up right here. This goes back to the house for 6, Kirby. I mean, he single-handedly created like 21 points in this football game. That right arm punching up just like that. Boom. God, like, we just look like we got it on there, and then the ball just explodes out of the kid's hands. Man, a lot of these Penn State guys benefited from number 11 being a super freak, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I'm trying to pull up his stats for this game.
Dude, he almost got another one. He had 2 forced fumbles and dropped 2 picks.
14 tackles in this game, 7 solo. I mean, yeah.
And they needed every single play because they still managed to give up 36 points somehow.
Yeah, they win this game 53-39.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. 10 of his 14 tackles came in the first half.
Oh! The acceleration to contact right here is goofy. The last 3 steps that he takes are some of the twitchiest and most explosive movements I've watched on my channel. Right there. Boom, 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 boom. Shot out of a cannon at all times. That guy was really freaking good. Now, these next 2 guys, I saved them for last. They're elite. They're some of the most fun guys that I've watched on tape, and it's Aiden Hutchinson and Chase Young. So we just watched a twitched up super freak. Now, this guy, to me, is the built-in-a-lab power rusher, all right? He's got, I would say, 36-inch arms. Look up his combine stuff for Aiden Hutchinson. I bet he's almost 6'6". I bet he weighed in at 265 pounds at the NFL Combine with damn near 36-inch arms. Like, that is what his profile of rush looked like.
6'6" and 5'8", 260 pounds, 32 1/8 arm length. Hand size is 10 1/4. Ran a 4.74 40.
So the arm length wasn't quite what I thought it was, but it doesn't really matter if we have 32-inch arms if we're almost 6'7".
Yeah, he obviously incredible player, has fine measurables. I think the fact that Trayvon Walker had just an edge everywhere is why he did not go 1 overall.
Yeah, that makes sense. But man, the power that this guy played with is absolutely insane. His motor too. Not going to win with a ton of twitch on this tape today. We're just going to run through souls, almost the entire film study. Now, this right tackle ain't no slappy. This is DeJuan Jones. Okay, I think he was a top 90 pick by the Cleveland Browns, and we run through his inside pretty quickly. A little snow game out there.
Yeah, this is the streak ender and streak beginner for Michigan.
Very similar in the sense of the power aspect that Jalen Carter has, where guys are trying to stop it, and it doesn't look like they're creating any difference in his stride pattern, right? Watch his feet. His feet never really stop. They never really slow down. Mm-hmm. They just keep motoring through contact points. That is what we're talking about when we're talking about strength and power rushers. This is what this is. And I don't know about you, Kirby, but I prefer the down-to-down excellence of a power rusher over a finesse rusher. Yeah. I feel like finesse rushers kind of have to be in third and long situations where they can tee up certain rushes, where a power rusher, oh, it's 1st and 10, you ran play pass, I'm about to just run through the face of this left tackle after I hold the run point.
Mm-hmm.
It's why, like, I think of Will Anderson as a power rusher. I don't think of him as like a twitchy finesse rusher. He's a power effort rusher, no different than this guy. These guys normally have prolonged NFL careers. Look how overcommitted this left tackle is to stopping the powers. Very similar thing we talked about with Jalen in this same film study. Watch 78's helmet. Watch his nose go completely over his toes when we get to the point of contact. Right there. Okay? And it gets even worse as the play progresses, and because Aiden's doing a great job of getting hands too, and he's got a hand on this chest plate right now, and boom, there goes the pull. Now we're going to use this as almost like a catapult to get around this guy. We're going to pull and then rip that inside arm and go turn the hoop.
How many total pressures do you think he had in this game?
12?
15.
Huh?
Yeah. 15 total pressures, 7 tackles, 3 sacks.
Just goofy, man. Absolutely relentless, too. I am a proponent of people who play hard. If you play this hard, like I know I'm labeled as the Georgia guy, I would have drafted this kid over Trayvon. I just would have.
Right.
Because of just the overall, I got 75 snaps today. Aiden's going to play like his hair's on fire for 75 snaps. He ain't going to come off the field. Just doing everything we can to keep him off the quarterback right here. Now, pad level got a little bit up here, right? But I think he's trying to sell speed so he can work to the power. Do you see that heavy second step right there, firing the arms, getting up? Hey, maybe we're going to bend the hoop. Nope, going right through your shit right now. And hold.
I don't even think they get a flag on that.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? They get away with it?
No, he gets the flag. The back judge throws it. There it is.
Okay. Another very emotional player.
Oh, yeah. Until this day, I feel like he plays with high levels of emotion. God forbid you care, right, Kirby?
Right.
Another sack right there. And I feel like power rushers squeeze pockets far better than, obviously, than edge rushers, just speed rushers. It's hard to get out. Like, CJ's trying to squeeze out of this pocket right here. He just can't because we've collapsed it on him.
Yeah. You're taking up space rather than giving it.
Correct. Not a lot of lanes to be ran through here. This is why I thought his arm length was so much longer. He got the chest plates really, really, really well. And that's hard to do with 32-inch arms. But, hey, again, when you're 6'7", and I mean, you're going to get to the chest, I guess. I bet his wingspan is pretty long. Oh, the occasional beat him with speed here around the outside edge. We didn't run through his face here. After selling so much power for so long, swipe the hands. That's the other thing he was really, really good at. He fights with his hands really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And look at his footwork, Kirby. Look where his toes are pointing at all times, especially that inside toe. That's the most important one. We want it pointing towards our home base, right, which is the quarterback, obviously. Look at that left toe. Boom, right towards the quarterback, right foot. Boom, left toe, right towards the quarterback. Boom, left foot. Boom, bend it back tight. That's really, really hard to do. We got to have ankle flexion. We got to be able to open up our hips and finish. Otherwise, we'll just run on back past him. By the way, that's Garrett Wilson. That's, I think, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And that's Chris Olave.
Yep. My team was insane.
With C.J. Stroud play quarterback. Oh, and I think Marvin Harrison on the bench, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy.
Yeah, his ability to play the run is very underrated. It is most cases in pass rushers.
You're right. That's what I was going to say. It's like we just don't talk about it enough. We don't talk about first and second down excellence.
I mean, he shucks that.
Yeah. While holding his ground.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was twitchier in his movements in the run game than he was as a pass rusher.
Definitely.
Oh, this is the famous one.
Yeah.
This is so badass, man. So badass. The idea that we know the slide's coming. Oh, my God. The idea that we know the slide's coming to us, and we just say, you know what? Come on. Bring that slide on over here. Come on. Kick out to me and watch me run through your entire family tree. 12-yard reception.
Still. You want your rep.
Yeah. Actually, I think they got DPI over there as well. Hands, 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 hands. Rarely blocked along is this kid.
Yeah.
Watching him for 4 quarters, Kirby, I promise you, I don't think I ever saw him get out of the gas, ever. He's just constant. Just effort, 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 effort all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Played with good pad level for a 6'7" rusher, too.
Yeah, he did.
That guy. Now, this next dude, I don't know how he didn't go 1-1. I honest to God, watching it back, I don't know if I'll ever say anyone's tape ever looks better than Chase Young's. Chase Young's college tape is otherworldly. Like, to me, if I were around during that time, I would have been saying the same things about him going into his last year of college that we're about to all say about Jeremiah Smith this year, where we have to find a new word for transcendent talent. We have to find a new word for celestial human being. Like we have to find new verbiage for what this human is. It's Chase Young. All right, so categories of defensive end play, right? Does he have a good get off? Is he 6'5" at least? Is he 250 pounds at least? Can he bend? Can he fight with his hands? Does he play the run? The answer to all of these for Chase Young was a resounding yes. In every single physical category, this dude was special. Here he is over here. All right? And that's the last time I'll have to show you where he's at. You're going to know where he's at the rest of the film study because he is impossible to miss. I left this one on here because you're not supposed to get off the rock and bend hoops like this at 6'5". I don't know who this is playing quarterback. This might be Christian Hackenberg. I don't know who this is. But notice how we don't get a drop.
Yeah.
You know? Because we're told if you get at all a 3-step drop, you're going to run yourself right into his speed rush. So just don't even bother. Stay right here. We got a better chance of getting the ball off because the avatar's over there rushing the hoops. Look at him.
Yeah, he looked like a created player.
So springy, too. I think he had 3.5 sacks in this game. And can redirect. By the way, I'm going to show you a clip later. he invented the Ashton Jeanty pre-snap death stare. He invented it. Kirby, he was 265 pounds at the NFL Combine.
He weighed 264 officially.
Not supposed to move that good. Not supposed to redirect that fast. Not supposed to be this twitchy of a human being. And we can bend. It's like, what did they not give you? You know, when we created you in the lab,
Right.
what did we not give you? Nothing. We gave you everything. I still, for the life of me, don't know how this isn't going to turn out to be a 100-sack career guy in the NFL. Is it injuries?
Injuries, I mean, just a handful of things. Injuries certainly played a part in that.
We flash hands. He doesn't give them to us. I see a lot of guys fall right here. He just runs right through it, stays upright, goes home and finishes.
Yeah. I think the main criticism on him was that he was so freakishly athletic that it never required some technical things when you're in college that showed up in the NFL. And he did have some really bad knee injuries.
Yeah. I don't know why I put this one on here. Probably because they just gave up on blocking him and just started screening him. You can't really do that either. By the way, I think the difference in the Ohio State teams we watched today versus these Ohio State teams is this level of defense. These guys have gotten so much better at Ohio State. Linebackers and safeties and corners are so much better than they were when we were watching this tape, I think. Just the bodies, they look different. They look better. They look
Wasn't
more
Jeff
athletic.
Okudah on this team?
Yeah, that's Okudah right there, I think.
They definitely had some dudes still.
Yeah. But now it feels like they got 5 back there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Was Damon Arnett on this team as well?
I don't know. You know who that is, don't you? Playing quarterback?
It's the GOAT.
That's Will Levis. The GOAT. The indoor bubble GOAT.
Oh, yeah, this was when they were run packaging him.
Mm-hmm. I got to find the clip of him Jeanty death staring somebody. It might have been the first clip. I just didn't show it to you. Length. I forgot that in defensive lineman breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the required length to make plays and finish, right? It impacts your finish rate, okay? Those are really, really long arms. That is why we finished this play. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy would just, the whole entire pre-snap, he'd just stand there and watch offensive linemen wet down their leg. Go ahead, twitch them up, too. Go ahead, twitch them up, too. Sheesh. Yeah, because if I came out and saw this guy lined up across from me, and I remember going to the College Football Hall of Fame when they were doing the awards ceremony that year and got credentialed to go, interview these guys. And he reminded me of Cam Newton in the sense that that's the biggest 6'6" I've ever seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, not
Right.
all 6'6" are created equal. I don't
He's
believe
actually
that.
listed at 6'4" and 7'8".
Felt 6'10" when you walk up on him. I mean, he felt larger than life as a human being. And when you see this guy, I would immediately, as an offensive lineman, be like, oh, God, here it comes. He's about to run through my face. And then he twitches and runs right by you.
Right.
And bends. Look at him. That's getting low, man. Also, one of these stories of, really? You got in trouble for that?
Yeah, wasn't it his girlfriend
He gave his girlfriend the bowl game iPad and flew her out there or did something. Got her out there for a bowl game, and they suspended him. He would have broke the sack record that year. This year, he'd have broke the sack record. And then we power rush you and push the quarterback up off the spot.
I mean, they're just holding on for dear
life.
Yeah.
You got to sell that a little bit more, too, if you want the holding call. Where's he at? Up at the top of the screen. Yeah, just walk it down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the difference between him and the guy we just got done watching, and especially Micah, is I think those two guys probably would have found a way to get their hand on the ball right here, Curb. You tell me.
For sure.
And get it out. You know what I mean? Where we're trying to finish the sack. Hey, let's get the fumble right here. We got a good opportunity to overhand swipe that ball right there and poke that thing out. Instead, somehow Will Levis gets this thing out. Top of the screen. Are we in end of game 2 minute? Yeah, we are. End of game 2 minute, down 11. So we better be queuing up some good ones. And he is. Oof. Oof. Yeah, like those are, that's elite bend to be that big. Again, with the footwork, you see all the toe pointing, that right there, to have the athleticism and the flexibility to get our toe back towards the line of scrimmage and go finish on the quarterback. That is special athleticism. And he did get the ball out that time. That guy's pretty good, huh?
He was, yeah.
All those guys were really, really fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit your thumbs up button on the way out. We love you. See you next time.